How you guys doing? Welcome into Rover Sports tonight. It is the August 11th edition of the show, and I wanted to talk a little bit about recapping the New York Giants, and I wanted to talk about the preseason games and basically some analysis that I saw from a couple of the games. So, as the games transpire tonight, first off, the New York Giants did not look that great. Alec Ogletree got beat by Njoku. The Browns and Tyrod Taylor had a lot of success. Janoris Jenkins even got turned around on one play. My guy Davis Webb really played poorly. And kind of a stiff throwing motion. I broke down that video thoroughly about Davis Webb, one of my favorite players, and this is really his time to shine is this preseason so that he could try to separate himself from Lauletta and in this competition. So a sentiment that's been going around the New York Giants and really with people is a lot of people say, well, the Giants and Giants fans are going to regret not drafting Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen. And the way I look at it, tonight I watched Sam Darnold play, and I'm going to do a film review on him, so if you don't want any spoilers, then don't listen to what I'm going to say. Sam Darnold tonight, he looked impressive. The ball was honestly coming out quickly. He played to his strengths. Now, the deep ball is something I still have a question about with Sam Darnold, but his reaction speed, he looks comfortable in the NFL. It looks like the speed's not too much for him. He's a pretty accurate thrower. He can throw with touch. I don't know if there's still some question marks with Sam. It's only like one half a ball, but he looks decent. All right, he looks decent. Now, Josh Allen, we don't know how great he's going to be. I'm really hoping that he pans out and plays well because Josh Allen is a guy that takes the most crap from the national media. So it'd be great to shut those guys up and have Allen do well. I've been a believer of Allen. And for Sam Darnold, I didn't think Darnold was going to be very good. But unlike Colin Cowherd, I can admit when a guy had a good night. And Sam Darnold tonight played impressively. And he demonstrated a lot of mature things in terms of his game in the pocket. And if the Jets hit on Sam Darnold, and Darnold's a very, very good quarterback, like a Phillip Rivers or even more elite than Rivers, then New York Giants fans are going to look back at the draft. And, a lot of them are going to, go back and just regret the pick. I'm not regretting anything about Saquon Barkley. I'm just going to say that right now. And this might be a popular hot take in 2 weeks, when the Giants played the Jets at MetLife Stadium. I'm not regretting it at all. First off, you have Davis Webb and Lauletta, and if that doesn't work, you turn it over to a new regime. But this move with Saquon Barkley is to win a championship this year. And if the New York Giants make the playoffs this year, or if Saquon Barkley is fantastic, then Giants fans are not going to regret it. I mean, with Davis Webb and Lauletta, I do expect Webb to still be a guy that could be a franchise quarterback that could step in. And it's going to take a little more bad performances from Webb to completely get me off of that, to get me off of that belief. But the New York Giants, I mean, this is a team this year that my expectation is for Saquon to play well. He doesn't have to be incredible. My expectation is to win the NFC East. And it's almost like good for the Jets, good for all these other guys. We don't have Sam Darnold, and it's for the best. It's honestly for the best. I honestly believe that keeping Davis Webb is for the best, and I'm still going to believe in that sentiment. It might seem ridiculous in a couple of weeks, and I'll admit if I was dead wrong. But also getting Saquon Barkley at the spot where we got Saquon Barkley, that is a brilliant play. And getting Will Hernandez and doing everything that I said, it's exactly what I wanted. So I'm not going to live with regret because I got exactly what I wanted from the New York Giants. The New York Giants did exactly what I would have done. And in 2 or 3 years, if the Giants don't have a quarterback after Eli, then the Giants will draft the next quarterback. It doesn't have to always be, thinking of Sam Darnold or thinking of Josh Rosen. I mean, Rosen was drafted 10th. Allen was drafted 7th. There are quarterbacks. There are quarterbacks in this league that, honestly, are not even drafted, in the top whatever 5th or whatever. So I am not going to completely listen. I'm not going to regret the decision at all to pass on Sam Darnold. If Darnold is great for my friend Jet Central and he's great for the Jets, I honestly feel good for their franchise. Where the Giants are right now, we're in a win now mode. The Jets, they're looking to rebuild. The Buffalo Bills, they're rebuilding. These teams are rebuilding teams. The Giants are not. They have a Super Bowl championship quarterback there, and they're trying their best to make the last few years of his career worthwhile. I don't regret it at all. Not picking a quarterback is so nice how this offseason already, how we don't have to deal with the BS quarterback controversy, how Eli can get a full year with Pat Shurmur, how Shurmur can ingratiate himself into the Giants, into the culture without hearing about all this stuff. Because right now, even with the Bills, I mean, their quarterbacks are distracted. Their whole team's distracted. Where's Josh Allen going to play? The Jets, you don't know. Is Bridgewater getting dealt? Are they going after Mack or Le'Veon Bell? They have a lot of moving pieces. And it's exciting for the New York Jets. They're trying to do exciting things. The Giants are a team, spent a lot of money on defense with Ogletree, but with Janoris and Olivier Vernon and that whole cycle with Jerry Reese, and we're trying to still reap some benefits of some of those signings. So we're in the mode right now where we're riding this out. We have Odell Beckham, we have pieces in place, and it's time to see if we can coach our guys up and if we can get over some flaws of the team, which is slow linebacker play, the offensive line being poor, Eli's arm maybe being too weak to play going forward. That's something that we're going to have to see. And again, the game wasn't great. The preseason game. I do want to see the Giants kick someone's ass in this preseason, whether it be Detroit, whether it be the New York Jets coming up in a couple of weeks. But the point of this video was kind of just to summarize the weekend, and that Sam Darnold might very well be a good quarterback, and I might be dead wrong. Now, it's weird. I am a friend with a lot of Jets fans, but my prediction was that Sam Darnold wasn't going to do well. So do I root for my prediction, or do I root for, friends of mine that are Jets fans, and I don't really have a lot against the New York Jets? It's just interesting. And then if Sam continues to play well, you're going to constantly hear that thought of regret. I have zero regrets, and if Sam Darnold's great, it shouldn't mean that the Giants screwed up at all. If Saquon, Barkley, whatever, if this whole draft, the Barkley doesn't end up being great, you took a guy that everybody loved. You took a guy, Saquon Barkley, that, is a generational running back, and you're giving Lauletta and Webb a lot of chances. And then when Webb and Lauletta, if they don't pan out, then you draft, okay? It's that simple. It's not regret. It's not regret. It's actually not a mistake. It's going for it all this year. Going for a Super Bowl, going for an NFC East division title, which I still think the Giants can do. I'm a believer in that the Giants can win the East. I am. And we're not going to know about this team till about 3 weeks into the season. After the Houston Texans game, we'll know what we have. If we have some capabilities, if we have a chance to really be special or not. Preseason games are extremely hard to gauge. We're trying to stay healthy. We're trying to get our calls right. We're just trying to do everything correctly. So a lot of people are going to come up with these takes about regret and the Giants should have taken a quarterback at 2. And these are fans that have been saying it for the longest time. And it's a little annoying to hear it, to hear the opinion, because I just disagree with it a lot. And because I'm really happy with what Dave Gettleman did. And as a Giants fan, it would be wonderful to kind of just quiet the critics by coming out and having a great year. the Sam Darnold believers, the people that, wanted the Giants to draft a quarterback, you can't think that way. You can't think in that hindsight Monday morning quarterback way. You just can't, in life and in everything else.